those waves of rolling smoke sent on high, you can almost feel the heat in the air, and those flames, fanned by the wind, devour every living thing in their path. On and on the blaze advances relentlessly. It almost seems impossible that the mighty conflagration can be resisted, much less conquered. And yet it is being conquered. A small crew of firefighters, trained and equipped to battle the fire demon, have pitted their brawn and brains against his searing fury. They have challenged him, and they will not quit until he is controlled and his spirit broken. On a bright spring day, the entire woodland lay still and placid, but under the vigilant eyes of the forest observers in their towering steel lookout. 140 of these towers, which vary in height from 50 to 80 feet, are located on the highest knobs and ridges of Pennsylvania's mountains. Although hunters and fishermen are among the most active supporters of the forest conservation movement, occasionally sportsmen are careless with burning tobacco and campfires and destroy the woods which provide their sport. Smokers alone are responsible for 1,000 forest fires in Pennsylvania each year. This fisherman sought recreation in the forest along the clear, rushing waters of a mountain stream. Like many unthinking people do, he built his campfire among the leaves instead of clearing a bare spot down to mineral soil as an experienced woodsman would do. He litters the forest with paper and goes off leaving his campfire burning. He does not mean to do harm. He is just thoughtless, and fire is the price of his carelessness. But keen eyes are watching over Penn's woods, ever alert to detect the first warning that the spirit of the forest has broken loose. The observer sights the smoke. From a thin wisp of gray, the smoke grows larger and darker, and soon the rolling column throws its menacing shadow over the forest. The blaze is reported by the comm to a forest ranger, who is given an accurate description of the location of the fire, the time it started, and the quickest route to reach it. Arrived at the scene of the fire, the men unload the equipment. In haste, but without confusion, the men take the tools that they are to wield in the position assigned. Brush hook, there's an axe, and a rake, torches, and other firefighting equipment. Like well-drilled soldiers who go into battle fully equipped with weapons ready, firefighters prepare to meet their enemy. They know that the task ahead means hours, perhaps days, of hard, dirty labor amid smoke and flame. Small but powerful pumps capable of throwing effective streams of water are used to safeguard the backfire line from the fire breaking over. And now the firefighters have ridden as far as they can go by truck. But they have not yet reached the fire line, and so they must walk the rest of the way. The place where they must fight the fire is now high above them on the mountain. Led by the forest ranger, they start up the mountainside to attack the blaze at its head, where it is burning hardest. To attack it at any other point might result in the line of fire spreading faster than the men can put it out. Once the header is stopped, the extinction of the rest of the line is made much easier. If battling a conflagration, such as these men are soon to be, can be called easy. They're close to the main body of the fire, back right in its path. They rush in to meet their enemy. There are two different kinds of fires, ground fires and surface fires. This is a surface fire, the kind most commonly found in Pennsylvania, and its fuel is the dead foliage and branches, the dry grass and moss and brush, small trees and tree seeds. Surface fires are more severe in the heat of day, when fanned by a strong breeze. Then they may travel forward as much as 20 miles an hour, but their usual rate of burning is 5 to 8 miles an hour, which even at that is more rapid than the ordinary man in the crew cuts the brush and opens up a trail for the rest of the men to follow. The rakers clear the leaves from the line. In some cases, sweepers sweep it clean. The torchman then ignites the leaves on the side towards the main fire. And the spray tank man guards the line to see that backfire does not jump across. Efficiency in forest fire extinction depends upon each man knowing his job and stubbornly sticking to it. Forest fire fighting is not haphazard work, though it may often appear so to the inexperienced observer. The men are trained for their job. Many of the 4,000 forest fire wardens of Pennsylvania have organized and equipped crews of Minutemen, ready at a moment's notice to give battle to the Red Enemy at day or night. Especially at night, is wildfire one of nature's most spectacular sights, when running tongues of flame lick over the defenseless trees. However, the firefighters see no beauty in it, for fire extinction is a difficult and dirty job to be finished as quickly as possible. But they stick to it in defiance of harsh strokes, lungs choked with acrid smoke, blistered hands, and heat and cinders. For the fire, once it starts, is never left until it is thoroughly extinguished. And when necessary, the firefighters toil on through the night. As a matter of fact, it is at night that some of the most effective control work is done. Usually between midnight and dawn, the wind dies down and the humidity in the air rises. Then the men pitch in with renewed vigor, and despite the weariness induced by sweated bodies and aching muscles, they fight on, determined that the dawn of another day shall find the blaze under control. Morning at last. Conflagration is under control, and most of the firefighters have gone to rest. Charge remains to clean up the boundary so that no sparks break forth into new blaze. The men muffle all hazards. An effective weapon in the war against fire is a portable gasoline pump and its hose, which may be quickly coupled together. Water may be drawn from a brook or lake thousands of feet away from the fire line. The powerful streams are thrown on still burning limbs and trees, thoroughly drenching them. The most important part of firefighting is to keep the fire out. Smoldering stumps are extinguished with a useful spray tank, which has become standard equipment in the state forest firefighting organization. Now view this charred expanse of death. Life on the area has temporarily become extinct. Here, other large animals have run away. Many of the smaller animals, rats, squirrels, coons, have been cut by the flames and burned to death, have been destroyed by the holocaust. Many trees have been killed. The seeds that would produce new ones have been burned. Seedlings and saplings, too, have been so badly scorched that they will die.